Get back to work. Go on.
And here we go with the larger gas pipe.
So while I considered this to be about a one-day job, maybe an afternoon, it did turn, in fact, into just about 2 days, probably 5 or 6 hours total, given everything. So let's go see how this fits. Pretty good for now, is what I'd say. Let's get a closer look for you. There's still a little more metal cutting to do. Or should I say trimming. As you can see here, this is fitting fully all the way to the flange against the wood. However, on this side, while that portion there is flat against the wood, there's probably about a ½ inch of space I need to take down about there. All the extra threading, I'm going to file that down right now using that same wheel so I can get a better fit. Because as you can see, this pipe is barely into this flange at all, maybe 1 or 2 rotations. So let's see what I can do about that. How about we try a nice little close-up. I'm going to leave this grinding wheel on until I finish it off, and then I'll put this new one on because there's still a bit of cutting to do. And so to recap lessons, on this first pipe here, there's a bit of dead thread at the end, and I wound up slicing off about a ½ inch of this overall, thinking that would solve the issue. It didn't, however. What I also did was to run the wheel along the current grooves. When that didn't fix the issue, I then went to a right angle from there and trimmed down the wheel's diameter, and that turns out to have given me the perfect fit on this. So that's what we're going to do on this one. First thing I'll do is cut out any gunk and grit, bad castings, little drips of steel that are in these threads, and there are a number of them. Now you may be able to see a lot of this stuff in there is simply dust. However, there are little tiny dabs of steel and similar dentrifice that should not be there. So let's clean the grooves out first and see what kind of fit we got.
Not too much better, but slightly. Maybe by a single rotation or so. Let's see what happens when I shave the diameter down now. A helpful tip is to make a mark on your pipe so when you've done a full rotation. Little better, but still a ways to go. Let's change this wheel out. Not too much better, a little. A little more. Getting better. Getting there. Oh yeah, doing real good here. I don't know if there's too much more to go, actually. There we go, all the way through, just about. Nope, completely. I could get one more rotation. No, there's no way to get another rotation out of that. That's pretty much the end of the thread. Yeah.
A major situation that I found yesterday working on this first pipe was that this metal is utterly, thoroughly nasty and dirty. So wearing gloves is definitely a boon when you're working with it. I will be washing it all off with acetone before I JB weld the next stage. And what's involved with the next stage? It's going to be JB welding. It's going to be JB welding the pipe to the flange, drilling a couple pinholes through the flange itself to give it a little extra stability. And then looking to the inside here, it's going to be a matter of drilling far more than 2 holes, probably 5 should do it, at right angles to each other across the whole thing. So you can see better here, there's still a little bit of overlap going on, but that is okay. The pipe itself threads all the way through, and there's a little bit of thread there left. I do want to keep this excess in case I decide to drill this hole here just a little bigger. Looking through build logs, in particular Victor Franco's, he had considered it a mistake when he drilled one hole for this pipe and a different size hole for this pipe, whereas he feels he should have done both holes at this larger size, presumably so that this would fit in there. And with just about that much room, I've just about left just enough to be able to cover that distance, I think. If not, it will at least be securely in there. However, I'm figuring having this just meeting on the outside is probably just as good as having it go all the way through, as long as both of the holes are relatively tight to the pipe. And so that noise there is the pipe itself wiggling against itself, not actually wiggling against the wood. You can see there's a little bit of flex in there on that one. And over on this one, that's just freaking tight. If needed, this flex can definitely be taken out. That should not be an issue. Whether I put some material around the pipe or put some material around the inside of the hole on the wood, we'll see. I'm almost wondering if securing this side with some kind of metal or something to help protect the wood wouldn't be too bad an idea. Such as the electrical plates that go on the outside of this wood to help buffer that. And with that, a very distinct step has been taken forward. probably about 10 hours of work all in all. It was definitely far more than I figured it might be. 10 hours is probably an exaggeration, I bet. However, the amount of work done is definitely distinct and far more than I might have thought that it would take. I knew that I'd have to clean out all those grooves to some degree. What I did not expect was, and I also knew that it didn't have that great a fit. What I did not expect was how much effort would be needed to really get these to have a good fit. So I got to do a little vacuuming before I put this guy away, but as you can see, the second layer of skins is on just for storage. And yeah, the big step for this is actually punching out all these tabs, in which case every single piece, like here's 1, 2, and then of course 3 for the main skin, plus 2 on the inside. It's a lot of labeling and making sure you don't lose track of what goes where, because none of this is junk. It all comes back again and gets put on. Maybe these centerpieces here are junk, actually, now that I think of it. We'll find out as get further along into the build, but one of the next major steps will certainly be the skin snaps, which are going to require a bit of cutting on the wood, JB welding the flanges to the pipes, probably checking that the cut on this pipe is good, pinning this pipe, and yeah, I think that's probably it for the next steps to proceed. And so, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, and look for the next video whenever that happens. It's been 2 years since we started the frame itself, so progress has not been fast at all, but I would like to make 2015 a year of good advancement. Thanks for watching. See ya.